Sam, you're sounding the death knell of Bitcoin. I'm not sounding the death knell of Bitcoin. I'm just sort of saying I told you so to people who thought that there was no risk involved, that they could be stolen or that operations would disappear.
Do you have any of those tweets handy?
Yeah, give me a second.
Let's get those.
I mean, I think Matt and MB squared may deal with Bitcoin on M triple squared. M triple, what?
M squared.
Yeah,
MB
but I'm thinking
squared.
about Matt and Mike Mondays. What do you, I don't know. I tried to.
We have one Twitter user.
Well, just to be clear, Matt has been collecting reactions from anti-government intervention and force people.
All right, well, let's do this
Yeah.
as a bit here, okay? So Bitcoin had a massive crash, I guess, because one of the biggest exchangers, right, essentially functions as a bank
yes.
of Bitcoins. Well, how can I say this? Disappeared.
That's exactly what it did.
What happens if you go to their website now? You just get like a
Well, last night
Dead
you would
link
just
or-
go to a blank page.
A blank
Nothing.
page.
Let's see what happens right now. I'm going to Mt.
And what was the name of this outfit?
Mt.Gox, Mt.Gox. It actually stands for the Magic the Gathering online exchange, because it used to be a website for Magic the Gathering card players to trade their trading cards.
Right, of course.
That sounds like a really smart place to invest your savings.
Right, no, of course. I don't know why, I mean...
Oh, wait. Now it goes to a please loading page, which forwards you to a blank page with 2 sentences. Dear Mt.Gox customers, in light of recent news reports and potential repercussions on Mt.Gox's operations and the market, a decision was taken to close all transactions for the time being in order to protect the site and our users. We will be closely monitoring the situation and will react accordingly. Best regards.
Sorry, dude.
It said that they have up to $350 million in United States currency.
All right,
To,
well, that's in no way going to inhibit anybody from using Bitcoin, in my estimation, according to Bush and Chains. All right, but let's hear what some of the responses. Now, Matt, you went on to, what was it, onto
Twitter.
Onto Twitter.
And there were some Reddit ones, but I don't have those in front of me.
All
But
right,
there's
so you
some-
got some responses from libertarians who were upset about what happened with the Bitcoin. Let me hear you read some of those off.
Well, first we have a Twitter user who at Bitcoin Scream, who says, so will any jurisdiction hold Magical Tux, who's apparently the Mt.Gox CEO, accountable for the Mt.Gox Bitcoin debacle? Are there no laws in hashtag Japan?
Oh,
Because Mt.Gox apparently is based in Japan. Oh, and he added at Visiting Japan, which is like the Japanese tourism board.
what else?
Oh, there's also... Well, this is a open letter from the Bitcoin Foundation, which is like a board of big Bitcoin investors. And they say, acting as a custodian should require a high bar, including appropriate security safeguards that are independently audited and tested on a regular basis, adequate balance sheets and reserves as commercial entities, transparent and accountable customer disclosures, and clear policies to not use customer assets for proprietary trading or for margin loans and leverage trading.
Well, there you go. I mean, independent auditing.
And then we have some guy who goes on and on about how he's lost all this money and his family's going to be out on the streets now. But then he goes on to add, while I am angry at Mt.Gox and Magical Tux, I don't want Bitcoin regulation because I'm still a Bitcoin purist.
There you go. Enjoy.
Consistency.
All right, you got to
I'll tell you what,
appreciate it.
just really quickly, I'm actually setting up a Bitcoin auditing service, and I'm available for independent
go.
auditing of all your Bitcoin needs.
Oh, and there was a Reddit post. I don't have it in front of me, but I specifically remember this one user was going on about how there should be, I love Bitcoin because it's an unregulated market and it's a free market, no regulation. And then someone asked them, so what happens in this Mt.Gox situation? And they were like, well, there should be punishment. And the guy asks him, so who dishes out this punishment? And he goes, Why law enforcement? What are you, stupid?
There you go. Bush and Chain Sam, you're sounding the death knell of Bitcoin. Are you really this stupid and ignorant? Matt Kaiser, you're intellectual and econ superior by a factor of 100. Already addressed the stupidity that you seem to have fallen into. FDS, that's you all right. Financial death shriekers. Of course it's volatile. Duh. Well, I don't think this is just the normal type of volatility. But yes, right. I mean, so weren't tulips.
So Bush and Chains, how is any of these exchanges ever going to be able to come back from this? Because if
Go watch Max Kaiser.
Because no, listen though, if Mt.Gox was just one exchange was able to stop people from trading their Bitcoin, and just because of that, it dropped across the board. Like, why is anyone going to trust any of those other exchanges?
You don't understand. Jesus was a lefty.
Maybe we need to give it to the Pokemon trading card people. Maybe they're better than the Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.